Hi, my name is Fernando Garcia Hernandez, and this is my CIT 230 teaching presentation. I choose to discuss HTML entities and focus on the importance of learning and probably memorizing these characters. So let's begin. What are the HTML entities? An HTML entity is a piece of text that begins with an ampersand. Sorry about my English. It's not perfect. When I am nervous, I speak different. So sorry, and I'm killing your language. And ends with a semicolon. This one right here. We received on the last lesson number 3 to be exactly, a complete list of these characters. You can see this here. On this chart, we can see that we had too many, and many of them are very familiar to us. So it is important to see these characters. Probably you are wondering why we cannot just use our keyboard to enter these characters. In this lesson, I'm gonna teach you what is the importance of using the right code to put into our HTML documents and their use, and how these codes or these characters help us not to make mistakes when we are writing our HTML documents. As I said, these entities are frequently used to display reserved characters which will otherwise be interpreted as HTML code, and invisible characters like non-breaking spaces. Also, you can also use them in the place of other characters that are difficult to type with the standard keyboard. As I said before, we are from different countries, we speak different languages, and also our keyboards probably are setting in different language default. For example, I'm from Mexico, I speak Spanish, and we had some characters like the other different letters that we use in our language. So sometimes it's very complicated for me to type a different character that is very easy in the English language. As well, in Portuguese we had a different keyboard. So in order for the reason to be less complicated, and these characters make our life easier. Going back to our presentation, we had some reserved characters. Some special characters are reserved for using HTML, meaning that your browser will parse them as HTML code. For example, you use the less than sign, the browser interprets any text that follows as a tag. Do you remember this document? During our last lesson, we received it. It was an assignment where we were asked to update and repair. I had the assignment here. We were asked to update and repair the following: the HTML document provided. They asked us to see the document was an HTML file, declared document. If the document used proper meta information in the head section, it has a meaningful title, all reference to line and for embedded stylers are removed. Well, the style that we had from the previous lesson. The markup follows best practices, etc. And this one, and the HTML characters were used for special characters. So here is the document. As you can see, here we can find these special characters that we were talking. less than sign, and many other ones, like this one as well. So it was hard work, let me tell you, but it was very fun to see if we are learning. So this is what I did. As you can see my document here, I tried to do my best, so I was okay. So but in this part, in the bottom, you can find where I use the HTML entities. As you can see, I was trying to put a copy. I used ampersand copy to display the copyright symbol. And here as well. Well, actually, there was here before. I had this. Oh, sorry, where did it go? I'm having some trouble here. Well, I need water. So instead of like putting the ampersand pair bar, so I use this. I cannot find it now. Right here. I'm going to my document. So here is my page. So you can see the copyright, and you can see this the bar. And the other side, I use the HTML character entities, and it did the same thing. But why do we have to change this? Like, why do we have to use one or the other one? The correct one is to use this one. Because it was created for that. The same as a language, as English has their rules, HTML has their rules, and it requires to use the right characters. So there you have it. Let's go to my page, and you can see it. And there you go. So you can see it. It was very hard for me to do this class because it looks so easy, or probably it seems a little bit dummy to try to teach someone an easy thing. But I think it's very important to remember every time that we need to use the correct rules for our documents. So I made this example for us. So I put the name on this, the HTML entities, and here I copy what I use on my personal page for the first lesson. I think I don't remember exactly. And here it is, the copyright, the name. I use a star. I am living in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here, let's do another ones, so we can practice a little bit. Okay, so let's do one of the most popular ones around the world. Everybody loves dollars. So let's make this ampersand dollar. And I forgot how to say it. Let's close it. Save it. Let's go. There you go. Look at this sign. And sorry, a little bit slow doing this, but you can see that you can do anything things with these things. As we were saying, there's the reset characters for the HTML document. So anytime that you see these characters that you need to be visible on your document, you need to use the HTML characters. So this is my class. I hope you don't have too many questions, and I'm trying to speak a little bit slow so you can understand me, and also because I'm nervous. Thank you guys for listening to my class and watching it. I hope you have fun using these characters and learning more about this wonderful class. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you until the next time. Thank you.